Okay, hi friends at home. Mrs. Miller and I are going to assign this a fraction assessment to you today, and we're giving this to you so you can demonstrate what you know and what you've learned about fractions so far this year. All right, and you will have to read carefully and you'll have to show your work and make sure you answer each part of each question. But we read the test aloud to our students in school, so we want to read it aloud to you as well at home. So we make sure that you get the same support that the students did in school. So I'm going to read each question and then I'm going to allow you to work on it independently and then make sure you submit it to your teacher. Okay, so let's look at number one. It says, Natalie folded one whole fraction strip as pictured above. So this is her picture right here. Why is it not letting me draw? Okay, and then it says A, how many equal parts did she divide the whole into? Okay, so you have to answer that question. How many equal parts did she divide the whole into? Write your answer in that section. B, label each equal part with a unit fraction. Again, you can label the strip up here. Okay, I don't know why my drawing isn't working very well. Okay, C says write the fraction of the strip she shaded. And then finally, D says write the fraction of the strip she did not shade. Okay, and I'm going to clear all my drawings out there. All right, so let's go back again. How many equal parts did she divide the whole into? This is your whole up here. B, label each part with a unit fraction. And C, write the fraction of the strip she shaded. D, write the fraction of the strip she did not shade. Notice they're asking you to write fractions because it is a fraction assessment. Let's go on to number two. Number 2A, Nate baked 2 pies. He cut the first one as shown below. He said he cut it into 6. Is Nate correct? Explain. So you have to answer the question and then you also have to explain. Is Nate correct? Explain. All right, B. He cut the second pie into halves. Then he cut each piece in half again. Draw what Nate's second pie looks like. So you'll have to draw that pie and partition it the way they described to you. C, Nate and his 2 friends each eat 1 piece of the second pie. Shade your pie to show what they ate. What fraction of the pie did they eat? So make sure that you are writing the fraction that they ate. Okay, and then part D, what fraction of the pie is left? Again, you want to write a fraction to show what part is left. Okay, let's look at number 3. Number 3 says draw 2 rectangles the same size. Each rectangle represents 1 whole. Partition each rectangle into 3 equal parts. Shade and label a fraction greater than 1 whole. What fraction did you shade? So in addition to shading the fraction greater than 1 whole on your 2 rectangles, you want to make sure you write the fraction you shaded. Okay, number 4. The bakery had a chocolate cake and a vanilla cake that were exactly the same size. Mr. Chu bought 1/4 of the chocolate cake. Mrs. Ramirez bought 1/6 of the vanilla cake. Who bought a larger piece of cake? Explain your answer using words, pictures, and numbers. Okay. And then the last question, and I want to make sure you understand this. Okay. The last question says, draw and label 2 models that show equivalent fractions. I do not know why it will not let me underline that 2 models, but 2 models that show equivalent fractions. There's something on my screen or something because it will not. Let's clear all my drawings. I do not know why it won't let me there. It only lets me do it when it's below a certain spot on my screen for whatever reason. Okay, sorry. Draw and label 2 models that show equivalent fractions. So what I suggested to the students is they draw 2 fraction strips and show equivalent fractions. You could show them by shading them. After you show 2 equivalent fractions with your fraction strips, you want to come down here and then you want to draw 2 number lines that show those same equivalent fractions. So if you remember, we partitioned fraction strips and shaded to show equivalent fractions. We also partitioned number lines to show equivalent fractions. So indicate on those number lines the same equivalent fractions you showed on your fraction strips. Okay. All right, boys and girls, good luck. Do your best on the test.